Exciting days for the Yubel community, but especially after the past few days, we have to talk about a lot of things. Of course, the most important reveal is Phantom of Yubel is finally coming in Battles of Legends, but where exactly is she at? To put it simple, no one knows. Still, there are a few things to say and keep in mind about it, but more to that later. Because first I want to show you something, a basic Fiendsmith combo that enables one opening to be a good Yubel combo, without having access to any Yubel stuff in your hand. A lot of people kept asking me how to do that exactly, so I wanted to give that topic its own video. Important to know is that you only do that in emergency situations. If you only opening, there isn't something good that you can make. Rage alone in a Fiendsmith format won't cut it anymore, so only do that if you have no other choice. It's a lot better to try to aim for a good endbot than to basically end on nothing and lose anyways. That's why we go for it. Sometimes you will open a hand like that. You see opening and a few hand traps or dead cards and you ask yourself, what do I do now? Don't worry, I will tell you what to do. First you activate opening to add yourself one Dark Beckoning Beast. You normal summon Beckoning Beast and add yourself one Chaos Summoning Beast, and here it's important that you play it, because if you don't play Chaos Summoning Beast, you can only add another copy of opening, and that alone isn't a Fiendsmith or Yubel combo. You use the extra normal summon on it and then you go into Moon of the Closed Sky. Since Moon of the Closed Sky is a light fiend, it's perfect to go into the new Fiendsmith Link 1. By activating its effect, we can tribute itself to special summon from the deck one Fiendsmith to the field. Now important, while two monsters can bridge into the Fiendsmith engine via the Link 1, you always need a second body on the field besides the Fiendsmith. And that's why the gates are here. We activate gates to discard any random card to reborn any random monster. And now link Shokan into Sequencia. Sequencia effect to fuse from the graveyard into a Fiendsmith fusion monster. Important is that we now go into the little one. In the normal combo we go into the big one, but if we don't have any Yubel access, the little one is better. You have to keep one Fiendsmith in the graveyard because the new fusion is able to reborn it. So just use the other two light fiend monsters, and on summon you can reborn, like I mentioned, the Fiendsmith to the field. For no particularly reason, let me just XZ summon here and okay, next step. Wait, you thought Lacrimosa is better than the bigger one in that case because he can do something special? No, he's better because of Beatrice and yeah, Beatrice effect, to mill one Samsara the Lotus from the deck into the graveyard. So Beatrice is basically the way how we get access to the Yubel engine, but how exactly are we bringing it back to the field? Simple, we play a funny little card in the extra deck called Muckraker. If Lacrimosa is sent to the graveyard, so it can be Xyz material even, you can shuffle back another light fiend monster to inflict 1200 burn damage to your opponent, which makes it easier in the following turn to OTK. Effect Muckraker to reborn Samsara the Lotus by discarding another random card, and now we have Lotus on the field, but we are fiend locked. That's no problem, especially after Phantom of Yubel we can do a lot of stuff with just our fiend friends. And now we basically begin with the Yubel combo. We activate Samsara to special Spirit. Spirit will get Nightmare Pain, and then we will activate Nightmare Pain to pop the Spirit, and then to add of course one Grave Skirmer to the hand. Effect Spirit to float into the OG Yubel, Skirmer effect to special summon it, and then we link OG Yubel and Skirmer into Yama. Yama effect to add Best Doggy Shavara. Grave Skirmer effect to reborn the Spirit. What you can do after that or before that, it doesn't really matter, is fusing into Phantom of Yubel by shuffling back into the deck from the graveyard the OG Yubel and one Dark Beckoning Beast. Effect Shavara to pop the Spirit, then Spirit effect to get back the OG Yubel to the field. Link Shavara and Yama into Rage. Shavara effect to set Chamber, like always. And I know, in theory we can use Fiendsmith's effect to shuffle back any other light fiend monster, in that case it would be Lacrimosa to special summon itself, but we don't really have a good use case for him now, so I would say it's better to save that for the follow-up turn. In the following turn we can just reborn it, link 1, go into Sequencia, and then we have basically the Fiendsmith Omni Negate for free in the next turn. All we do after that is going to the end phase, and now Samsara will trigger to reborn itself to the field. And with Yubel we will just tribute the Rage, so we have a little bit resistance against Board Breaker. And I know that endbot may not seem that intimidating at first glance, but trust me, for your opponent it's very annoying to deal with. We have the Muckraker protection, we have one monster negate, two monster negates, we have monsters that are hard to out. If they get destroyed they float into each other, if they go to battle they get the damage, and whenever we want We can use Chamber to reborn Rage to go into his P then, which on its own is already broken, but you already know that. But on top of that, that endboard is literally Tenpai's worst nightmare. Not only do they have to deal with a lot of Yubels, no, they also have to deal with Yama, possibly Rage and 2 monster negates that both work under the field spell. Since Phantom and Lotus target more or less the activated effect instead of the monster itself, I know it's very weird, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! The field spell won't protect them, which is very troublesome for them and broken for us. I hope you didn't forget that only one opening gave us all of that. It's very broken. Alright, now that that is taken care of, where is she? Sadly not in Battles of Legends, but that is not a problem. I'm very certain that she will be in Infinite Forbidden. I know at first glance that sounds quite weird because she is a jump promo in the OCG and for us Infinite Forbidden is of course a core set. But Konami did that in the past though. Best example of that is the new Salaman Great card imported in Legacy of Destruction. You have to know that core sets in the TCG work a little bit different than in the OCG, since a lot of slots for us are reserved for imports. And to be honest, that would be a very good business choice from Konami, since that would make the set even better. Everyone needs her if that's a secret rare, open your wallet. But even though the chances are pretty low, I think, what if we don't get her in Infinite Forbidden? Well, we do one thing. We still play Yubel. Most people pretend that we need Fiendsmith. We don't. If we start our combo and we don't have access to Fiendsmith, our endboard is still pretty fucking scary thanks to Phantom. Of course we would still play Fiendsmith though, since one Fiendsmith on its own is already a good Yubel combo, they are good hand trap bait, good extenders, they establish a good board presence, they are just broken, but we can live without it. If we do not get Moon of the Closed Sky, we of course have to adapt our deck a little bit, since now we have space in the extra deck left and Chaos Summoning Beast, for example, isn't really that good without Closed Sky. Don't worry though, if the release gets closer and we get confirmation that she won't be in there, I will cover everything on this channel, a updated combo guide, a deck profile, literally everything, so just by being subscribed, you are Gucci. But before we do anything, we have to wait and be patient. See ya.